Take our lead, let's help you make your mark. Our goal is your satisfaction. Let us show you the way.
Traditionally, feminism is often divided into three main traditions, usually called liberal, reformist or mainstream feminism, radical feminism and socialist, Marxist feminism, sometimes known as the Big Three schools of feminist thought. Since the late 20th century, a variety of newer forms of feminisms have also
Take our lead.
The wave formally began at the Seneca Falls Convention in 1848 when 300 men and women rallied to the cause of equality for women. Elizabeth Cady Stanton, d. 1902, drafted the Seneca Falls Declaration outlining the new movement's ideology and political strategies.
Let's help you make your mark.
At its core, feminism is the belief in full social, economic, and political equality for women. Feminism largely arose in response to Western traditions that restricted the rights of women, but feminist thought has global manifestations and variations.
Make your mark, take our lead.
The feminist movement, also known as the women's movement, or simply feminism, refers to a series of political campaigns for reforms on issues such as reproductive rights, domestic violence, maternity leave, equal pay, women's suffrage, sexual harassment, and sexual violence.
Take our lead.
Being a feminist means that you fight for the equality of all people. It's important that your feminism is intersectional. It should not exclude people based on their gender, race, socioeconomic status, ability, or sexual orientation. Feminism allows people to look at the world not as it is, but how it could be.
Take our lead.
True feminism allows women to be equal to men. True feminists make it possible for women to work the same jobs as men or have the right to own property like men. Although the basis of feminism is still the same, it has become a more aggressive movement.
Let's help you make your mark.
Feminism stands for women's interests, legal equality, physical autonomy for women and against domestic and sexual violence. Feminism has many movements. At the end of the 19th and the beginning of the 20th century, women protested against exclusion in education, work and politics.
Let's help you make your mark.
Feminism is a social and political movement. Feminism is about changing the way that people see male and female rights, mainly female, and campaigning for equal ones. Somebody who follows feminism is called a feminist. Feminism began in the 18th century with the Enlightenment.
Make your mark, take our lead.
Elizabeth Cady Stanton. The wave formally began at the Seneca Falls Convention in 1848 when 300 men and women rallied to the cause of equality for women. Elizabeth Cady Stanton, d. 1902, drafted the Seneca Falls Declaration outlining the new movement's ideology and political strategies.
Let's help you make your mark.
Feminism advocates social, political, economic, and intellectual equality for women and men. Feminism defines a political perspective. It is distinct from sex or gender. The many variants of feminism are associated with a variety of philosophical and political outlooks.
Take our lead.
Themes often explored in feminist theory include discrimination, objectification, especially sexual objectification, oppression, patriarchy, stereotyping, art history and contemporary art, and aesthetics.
Let's help you make your mark.
Women's liberation movement. The feminist movement, also known as the women's liberation movement, the women's movement, or simply feminism, refers to a series of political campaigns for reforms on issues such as reproductive rights, domestic violence, maternity leave, equal pay, women's suffrage, sexual harassment, and sexual violence, all of.
Let's help you make your mark.
Feminism, the belief in social, economic, and political equality of the sexes. Although largely originating in the West, feminism is manifested worldwide and is represented by various institutions committed to activity on behalf of women's rights and interests.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the bell notification.